Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome from a very, very chilly Cape Town today.
Well, I love this kind of weather. It kind of opens the doors to almost like it's like a bridge in between the style of wines that South Africans like to enjoy. We've had this really, really chilly winter, and people like to bring out their big, bold red. You and I drink.
Sure.
Our wine drinking habit is not seasonal.
No, certainly not.
But it's definitely what we like to enjoy. Well, we're going to talk about
Sure.
the wine in front of us, but it's also a perfect wine going through this like bit of a change of season where you want something that's not too big, something that's a little bit lighter or vivid in fruit, and this is where I think Tempranillo is a classic example.
So yeah, exactly. Just with regards to our tastings, we taste many South African wines, but I think, thank you to Great Domains, he's, to my opinion, one of the best importers of international wines. We get to taste something from Rioja.
I think why Great Domains is playing such a massive role in South Africa is that they get wines to the consumer that is still affordable. I mean, they've got a range of wines, but Tempranillo for ones and this brand for ones, it's extremely good value for money. It really offers you bang for your buck. So I don't think South Africans need to be afraid of exploring or think that international cultivars means expensive. But you cannot develop your palate or understand what South African wine is
Sure.
about if you don't expose yourself often
Sure.
enough to international varieties.
So the Valenciso 2014 Reserva.
You say it's so beautiful.
Bella.
It's an incredible brand. It's owned by two young people.
Yeah,
who,
Louis Valentin
I say
and
young.
Carmen. No?
Yes.
Well, Carmen, yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
And the name is their two surnames combined.
Yeah, yeah.
Valentin and you said it's
And Enriquito.
and they left big careers behind working for a big producer, but then moved to do their own thing. And when you see this beautiful winery, it's difficult to imagine that they started out in a warehouse.
They started small, didn't they, Angel?
I mean, and the Spanish market, I mean, it's massive, and Rioja is big, and it's interesting also. Then you've got to go and look at Rioja as a region on all these different sub-regions. This one is a Rioja Alta. It is obviously dependent, or they really focus on wines at an altitude. And when you taste the wines, I mean, I haven't tasted this wine.
No, neither.
But you'll taste the altitude in terms of the vivid color in the glass and the acidity. And then you've got the Alavesa, that's probably a bit more, the smaller region in Rioja.
Right.
Probably a bit more maritime influenced. And then Rioja Baia, but that name changed
name, right?
to Oriental. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly,
sure.
because people associated Baia with lower than. But so within this massive region of more than, I think, 35,000, 40,000 hectares, you've got all these variances and expressions of the value.
Tell me something, Bella. Reserva. In this case, it's got nothing to do with quality.
I don't think all that much.
Right.
I do think it depends, but it's not Reserva, Gran Reserva doesn't mean quality, it means aging.
Right.
So you've got the generic Rioja, then you've got the
Crianza.
Yeah, means, you said so beautifully. It means
Crianza.
young.
It means Crianza.
So that's a wine that's aged 2
2
years.
years in 1 year barrel.
Yeah, and then Reserva is a 3-year aging, and Gran Reserva 5 years.
5 years.
So and because of this aging process, both in barrel and in bottle, the wine will always usually portray almost like not a bricky, it's not orangey yet, it's more like a garnety kind of a rim to
right.
it.
You're right.
That's the aging process.
Tell me something, Sam. 2014 as a vintage.
I think it's been relatively a dry year.
Dry, wasn't it?
I think what's worth mentioning is the very clay lime rich soils, and then altitude, of course, and all that contributing to vivid color and beautiful sculpted acidities. But I think let's
Yeah,
taste
I agree. Just very quickly, how far back does it go? When Louis and Carmen?
1990s.
1998, I think.
Yeah.
1998. All right.
So I mean, they already came into the business with a lot of experience.
Sure.
And then to undertake their own project.
Sure. On the nose, Benna. So we mentioned the color, which is synonymous with regards to the varietal, correct?
Yeah. See, it's light. You can still see your fingers through it.
Yeah.
And it's got that bit of a. Murky is the wrong word. It's not that. It's more just a shade.
It's
a
light,
velvety shade
it's
of
light and dense in the
garnet.
same breath, isn't it? The garnety color.
Yeah.
So automatically I'm getting that ripe, wild cherry. A lot of cherry.
It's lots of succulent cherries.
Yeah. Even the ones literally let you salivate from the moment you put it into your mouth. I'm still picking up hints of plum.
Yeah, I do.
Not necessarily ripe plum, but just plumminess.
There's a sweetness. You can't smell sweet.
Bravo. Yeah.
But and also a lot of Spanish wines, American oak is used often. There's no American oak used here. This is only new and second fall, I think, but it's only French oak.
Sure.
So that sweetness is ripeness.
Sure.
But you remember, the moment you go up in altitude, everything almost intensifies.
I understand.
Light, refraction, everything is more intense. So you get super ripeness up at altitude like that.
Of course.
Without losing your acidity.
Gotcha.
So this richness of fruit on the nose should be backed with quite a fresh acidity. Right? Yeah.
It's almost like the color transcends into the palate.
Luminous.
Yeah, exactly.
Luminous.
Nice, firm, well integrated tannins. That's varietal orientated.
Not such a searing acidity at all. Quite nimble tannins.
I like that. Yeah, nimble.
Both the tannin and the acidity acts as a shaping aid. They shape the wine well. It really covers your palate. The alcohol is there.
Yeah.
How high is this alcohol?
14.
But again, it adds to the viscosity of the wine. So all in all,
definitely a food wine.
Yeah, and it will complement the foods we like. Rich tomato dishes.
Correct.
Venison.
Yeah. Reduced jus would go extremely well with
what I love about this is a wine that you can have in summer too, because you can serve it a bit cooler, and it's not a light wine at all. It's bringing out its claws. It's telling your palate, I'm here, and take notes of me, and such a smart wine to bring into the country, because I really think it's perfect for the South African.
So I'm about 8 years old, but this one again, we always talk about longevity in a wine. Certainly made for longevity.
Yeah, it's bright. It's got a vivid brightness, but I do think I would want to drink it now. I mean, the wine, it is a 2014.
Sure. So you say I can remove the Coravin and we can pull out the cork. Is that what you're saying?
Well, the Coravin is it's just such a convenient thing to have.
Absolutely, probably.
Because look where we now. We can taste this wine and we compare it to
similar. A year later, 2 years later, no?
You can compare it to Santrovesi's and your Italian wines, and so it makes it a really, really fun and handy tool to have.
Absolutely. Grey Domains, $3.95, $3.98 a bottle.
Yeah.
Available from Grey Domains, and if I can go back to Grey Domains, it's just the after-hour service is unbelievable. The knowledge of the individuals working, it's unbelievable with regards to the amount of knowledge they give you on these specific wines.
Well, and I think we're gonna walk a path with them, and we're gonna bring different wines from their stable, from their collection, and again, just to wrap Spanish wines up, Rioja up. It's really a such a medley of it's very Mediterranean, cool climate, continental. All these whiffs comes together in where it's quite central, but to the north side, a beautiful place to source wines from. And
Luis and Carmen, congratulations.
Is that the name of the town again? Aiori.
Well, that's Italian pronunciation, I'm
Cheers,
sure.
guys,
but thank you very much, and great domains, thank you very much for this opportunity.
And go and explore the immense, diverse cultivars that you can find all around the world.
Absolutely.